his companion, and all of those who follow his footsteps thereafter. We ask to seek refuge in Allah from the evils of our action and from the evils within ourselves. Verily, innovation leads the person to the hellfire. The best word is the word of Allah, Al Quran. The best guidance is the teaching of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We didn't have a chance to meet during Ramadan because I have lost one of my best friends. He passed away, and followed by one of my close relatives. So this is a message for everybody that you may not be able to witness the next Ramadan. And we have to think about last Ramadan, the past one, and to have in our memory all the good deeds that we did during that month, so that we can have our year similar to Ramadan. سيدنا عمر بن عبد العزيز, the Caliph Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, he forget to buy a new clothes to his son for the Eid. And he was watching the kids are playing in Eid in the playground and looked at his son, feeling bad about that he forgot to buy him a new clothes. So the son of Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, and this is the fifth Khalifa Caliph, Rashid, righteous Khalifa. He went directly to his father, looking at his eyes, and said, Dad, the Eid is not for those who wear a new clothes. The Eid is for those who fear the day of judgment. Today is our Eid, and tomorrow is our Eid, and every day we live to obey Allah and to stay away from sins and mistakes is our Eid. ليس العيد لمن لبس الجديد إنما العيد لمن خاف يوم الوعيد. اليوم عيد وغدا عيد وكل يوم لا نعصي الله فهو لنا عيد. So that was a great statement from a child who was raised in a righteous environment, receiving his knowledge from his righteous father, Sayyidina Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. So he taught his father this lesson. Today is Eid and tomorrow is Eid, and every day we live without committing sins and mistakes. And obey Allah is our Eid. From that, I would remind you, if that is the Eid, what about Ramadan? You may be able to have the whole year similar to Ramadan. And one of the signs of acceptance of Ramadan is to find out that your condition, your status in faith, in Iman, has become greater than before Ramadan. So Ramadan must change your life, elevate your faith. So you feel that you are a different. But if you continue to do the same thing again, so for those who become a worshipper of Ramadan, they are wrong because you are a worshipper to the God of Ramadan. You are a worshipper to Ilahu Ramadan. So you have to dedicate your life. We have to dedicate our life to the absolute, the eternal, the all-knowing Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So Allah exists in Ramadan. Allah exists after Ramadan. And Allah is there all the time for you. Allah listen to your dua in Ramadan and listen to your dua after Ramadan. So never stop at any level. At the day of Eid, you have graduated with a prize and acceptance. But remember, you are graduated from elementary school to go to middle school, and middle school to go to higher school, from high school to go to the college, and so on. Never stop. What about in worship and in faith? We have to elevate our spirit, our soul, all the time to get as closer to Allah as we can. Because Allah is there for you. How many of us will not be able to witness the next Ramadan? I have lost a good friend and relatives during this Ramadan. One before Ramadan. He passed away a couple of days before Ramadan. And the other one during Ramadan. This is a message. Look at the universe. It's nothing. Look at these monkeys who are trying to destroy people's life, countries, with the ego that we are capable to spread hatred and destruction. If you go to the graveyard after they die, you will find the truth. The truth is that they are blind. They don't see the reality. And they don't know that no matter how hatred and destruction they spread to kill people and to murder Muslims around the world, they will not destroy Islam. As Allah has promised and kept His promise to protect the Holy Quran, and it has been protected word by word, and that has been approved by universities, and scientists. They had a copy of the Holy Quran at the time of Sayyidina Uthman, and they keep that in one college in London and the other one in Germany. And they figured out that it remained word by word, no change. As Allah has kept His promise, and it will be kept. The Quran will be protected. Islam will revive. And no matter people, wrong people, try hard to destroy this message, it will become, it will come back strong again. If you read the history, you will find out throughout the history, the Islamic Empire was destroyed in Baghdad and in Damascus to the extent that the river was full of blood of Muslims. However, Islam came stronger than before, and they were kicked out. And even some of them, they accepted Islam and they support Muslims. I bring this issue up because of the condition of Muslim countries nowadays. There is a gap between the practice and the teaching. Acquiring knowledge is something, but the practice is the most important part. If you invite Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and you show him the condition of Muslim Ummah nowadays, do you think he will be happy? That's one question. Life is very short as an hour, and we should not fear anyone but Allah. And we should have dedicated our life to Allah and to support Islam. So Ramadan was a school for people to prove to them that you are able, you are capable of avoiding the food and drink during the daytime, which is very essential for your life. Avoiding halal food and drink during the daytime, so that you are able to avoid haram thing. That increase your self-esteem. your confidence. You are special. You can stay the whole day without food and drink. Is that an amazing thing? Yes. And people feel thirsty and hungry if the lunch hours comes and they don't go for lunch. Look at the offices at lunch hours, at noon time, it's empty. It's not occupied. People have left to get lunch and to go drink. And you're fasting the whole day. Ramadan is a school, teaches us patience, how to be patient, how to control your anger, how to be nice to each other, how to establish a good communication with the Lord. Because somebody may go to the bathroom and drink and eat. The only one sees you is your Lord, Allah. But you don't do that. Because of what? Because you are watching and you know that Allah is watching upon you. Are we gonna stop this feeling after Ramadan? The God of Ramadan is the God of the rest of the year. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم. Allah is awake all the time. He never rests. So he is watching you all the time. So remember that every time you think about committing sins and mistakes. And this will help you, will protect you to avoid sins and mistakes. Try to apply what you have learned during Ramadan after Ramadan. Salatul Qiyam, Tarawih prayer. You did it in Ramadan. 8 rak'ah after Isha. So don't stop that after Ramadan. Continue to do that. Because this is going to be paradise for you. Jannatul Mu'min. إن في الدنيا جنة لم يذقها من لم يذقها لم يذق طعم جنة الآخرة. There is paradise in this life. If you don't taste this paradise in this life, you will not be able to taste paradise in the hereafter. Visit the graveyard and think about people who passed away. If you are able to ask them, what is your wish? All of them, they wish to come to the light so that they can do good. To pray rak'ah, to pay sadaqah, charity, and so on. Here you are alive. You still breathe in and out. And every day is going to call upon you. I am a newborn day, as a newborn baby. I'm going to witness your deeds during this day. أنا يوم جديد وعلى عملك شهيد. فتزود مني. So make use of me. فإني لا أعود إلى يوم القيامة. Because I will not come back until thereafter. So as people comes from the womb of their mother, every day is coming born from the time. It is 24 hours and then it will not come back. And in the hereafter, you will be asked about your time. وعن عمره فيما أفنى. This is the richest thing. This is something precious that you have in this life. Go to the graveyard and think about people who are under the ground. They are all equal. The king, the president, the servant, the teacher, the doctor, physician, engineer, they are all equal. They come to this life from the womb of their mother. Equal. Crying baby. And they leave this life in their coffin. All the same. And the body will be rotten, will be deteriorated, going to the earth. I know it's a bad feeling that we'll be gone one day or another. But remember, your soul will remain, will not die. If it is a good soul, it will be somewhere in paradise. If it is a bad soul, it will be somewhere else in the heaven. And there is a coffin for the soul. So there is a coffin for the body and a coffin for the soul. The good soul will receive a coffin from paradise. The bad soul will receive a coffin from the hellfire. This life is a test for everybody. It's a test for your position, for your money, for your status, for your family. Whatever you earn in this life is the test. Whatever is good and bad, it's a test for you. So in Ramadan, Allah put you under a test to be hungry and thirsty. You have become successful. During this month, you passed the test. Therefore, you should pass the test after Ramadan. Because this life is about testing, test, trials. You wake up on a test and you sleep on a test, a trial. You meet people, it's a trial. And somebody will mistreat you, it's a trial. In order to see how patient you are you gonna seek revenge? Or you will have mercy for people? If you are capable of spreading destruction. After Ramadan is a test from Allah. And it gives you the opportunity to evaluate your Ramadan in order to see if your Ramadan got accepted or not. If you are after Ramadan the same person as before Ramadan, no change, so it seems that your Ramadan was not accepted. But if you feel that you have learned something from Ramadan and you are better after Ramadan, like a newborn baby, you went for the Eid, you received the prize, and then you continued after Ramadan to exercise and to practice all what you have learned in Ramadan. You had a feeling in Ramadan that you are very close to Allah. When you prostrate, when you make ruku', when you make dua and raising your hands, calling Allah, you had a feeling that you felt that you are very close, attached to Allah. This status, very close to your Lord. After Ramadan, you should exercise the same. There is no level that will give you satisfaction. I am satisfied now that I have done enough. No, don't say that. Never say that. None of the prophets and messengers said, I have done enough. Even Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the leader of the prophets, he never said that. He continued to elevate his status until he passed on. You pray at any condition. If you can't pray standing up, you pray on a chair. If you can't, you pray while laying down. Even if you can't move your body, pray with your eyes. There is no excuse to stop to pray. There is no excuse to stop getting closer to Allah. Allah loves you and He wants you to become closer to Him. nearer to Him and to call upon Him, asking Him for forgiveness, asking Him for paradise, even the highest level of paradise, and to be resurrected among the noble prophets and messengers, Al-Firdaus al-A'la, among righteous people. And you go away, look at yourself. We are losers unless if we make use of Ramadan. The angel Jibreel alayhi salam came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he said, a loser is the one who witnessed Ramadan and didn't use Ramadan to get into paradise. So we shouldn't be among the losers. Make yourself among successful. Put yourself among successful people. Successful people who fasted and prayed Qiyam and they got the Ramadan accepted. And the acceptance is something that you can evaluate by yourself. Look at yourself after Ramadan. Are you better than before? This is acceptance. This is successful. But if you commit same sins and mistakes and you skip prayer and it's not accepted. Never look at people and say, they do that. I will copy them. I will. No, it's in your hands. So after Ramadan, you can figure out if you are among the losers or among victorious people. A loser is the one who witnessed Ramadan and didn't make use of this month to get into paradise. The successful one is the one who fasts the month of Ramadan, offering Qiyam, and Ramadan was a good reason for him to get accepted. رغم أنف رجل أدرك رمضان فلم يغفر له. رغم أنف رجل أدرك رمضان فلم يغفر له. فقل آمين. فقال صلى الله عليه وسلم آمين. I will stop there and asking people to participate in the discussion.